The question we're going to be talking about today is actually a very sensitive one. It's so sensitive that I had actually thought about skipping it altogether. But because I know this can help some pastors' wives or people going through this, I decided to still go on with this broadcast. Welcome back to Times of Refreshing, Encouragement for Pastors' Wives. My name is Toyin. If you are new here, you're very welcome. Here we talk about our calling, our challenges, and our joy. And I want to use this opportunity to invite you to join our community of pastors' wives so that we can further enhance one another. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Like I said, the topic of today is quite sensitive. It's a question a pastor's wife had asked me. And the question is, how do I deal with my husband who does contrary things in the private to what he preaches in the public? Wow. I know this is a question that a lot of people will say a lot of things about. But honestly, the first thing I want to say is that we must remember that even a pastor is still a work in progress. But having said that, if you're in this kind of situation, what are the things that you can do? The first thing I want to encourage whoever might be going through this to do is to acknowledge the fact that this is actually happening. Love is not silence. Loving someone does not mean you will just cover their, fault without helping them to overcome it. That is not love. Love means you acknowledge it and then think about how to help them. And the next thing I want to encourage you to do is to take it to God in prayers before you take it to your husband at all. God already knows that he's going through this, and God is the only one that knows how to help him. Now, taking it to God in prayers means you want God to guide you as to when to talk, the right time, as to what to say and how to say it. And the next thing is to talk privately with your husband about this. This is not the time to call the church's elders or trustees. First of all, what you need to do is to talk to your husband privately about this, about what you have noticed about the way he behaves. When you do this, you are able to determine from his responses if this is a process or if it's a pattern. And what do I mean by that? A pattern means he's doing it and it's not ready to change. A process means he's doing it, he knows he's doing it, he's looking for ways of stopping this particular habit. The difference between the two is that one is the fact that he's trying to stop, the other one is that he's not even trying to stop at all. And when this is the case, then you know what to do. Also, talking to your husband privately about it is so that you can help him. God will help him as if it's a process and he's trying to overcome it. God is definitely going to help him. But he also needs your help. He needs your help to be his accountability partner, to let him know when he does that again. He needs your help that he can actually overcome this habit. He needs your help to remind him that he's a man of God and that he's responsible to God, accountable to God, accountable to the people he serves, and responsible to the people he serves. You also need to remind him that he needs to continually go to God because God can help him completely overcome it. However, if you have done this and it's still ongoing, then your husband might need counseling. You might need to look for those who are mentors in your lives, spiritual leaders, that you can actually talk to them about this, and then they can talk to him also and help him to be able to overcome it. One of the things I want to say is that we're all human beings and we can all make mistakes. There are times our husbands wear a lot of caps, just like we do, even much more than we do, because they're the pastors of the church. And because of that, at times, they might misrepresent things. If it's not a pattern, give him some grace. Help him, give him some grace to understand that probably he's going through a lot. This misrepresentation might not be exactly what he wants. But like I said, some of those things that I mentioned are ways you can actually check if this is a misrepresentation or if this is just a pattern. You must also know that you cannot change anyone. Only the Holy Spirit can do that. So you do not stop praying for your husband. Even after praying to God to help you know how to talk to him, you constantly pray for him. Because if there's anyone that the devil is after most, children of God, and especially pastors. And the devil is always looking at ways of corrupting the ministry that God has called you into. A woman of God, a pastor's wife, must be a prayerful woman. You must always be on your knees praying for your family, praying for your husband, and also praying for the church of God. It is very important to find out why your husband is doing that. Is it because he wants to be seen differently from the way he is as a pastor of a church? Does he have low self-esteem, or he has a very big ego? What is he trying to accomplish? Knowing this would also help you know how to advise him. And once you're able to get what this is, remember, it's not something to shout about. It's something to sit with your husband privately and talk to him about it. Does he feel that he's not making impact in the ministry? Or does he feel that he needs to be more? Help him know that when he prays to God and he does what God has called him to do, God will do more in his life. I hope this has helped someone today. And I want to pray that the Lord will uphold our homes as pastors' wives, and the Lord will uphold our husbands especially because of all they do. And if any one of them is found in this, the Lord will help them to overcome also. So I want you to be of good faith and cheer up, because God is doing something on your behalf. And if you have ever gone through anything like this, or you are going through something like this, please go ahead and leave your comments, leave your question. Tell us how you managed it in the comment section so that we can also glean from you. Until next time on Times of Refreshing, have a wonderful time. Bye-bye.